never mistake a clear view for a short distance. Paul Sappho, a futurist, said that a few years ago, and he said it in the context of innovation, that there's a lot of S-curve associated with innovation. For the longest time, the idea percolates, you don't really see major traction, and all of a sudden it goes exponential, and everything becomes reality very, very quickly. And that sort of end, which is ultimately it's going to take over the world, for a long time it's clear, but it doesn't really happen, because it takes a critical mass for that to happen. Now, why do I consider that as a very useful credo to keep in mind? Because I think that it is not just something that is relevant in the context of innovation and the tech industry. It's true for development. Think about India. India's promise and potential, very clearly visible. We can easily foresee an India which is the manufacturing hub of the world, which because of its youth can supply reasonably priced labor for goods and service production, and all sorts of manpower needs for the whole world for decades, if not centuries to come. But we have been talking about that for decades. Why doesn't it happen? Well, we need an educated workforce. The youth need to have good skills. Short of that, it's just a large number. Could be actually a problem as opposed to solution. So as we see education take place, as we see these youth getting the right skills for the future, then we will see a critical mass achieved one day, and all of a sudden India's potential would be unleashed dramatically, and we would say, wow, why is it happening today? Well, it's because for a long time the endpoint was clear, but you needed a critical mass of skills and abilities to come together. Similarly, for Asia today, we have always felt that the Asian century was the 21st century, to paraphrase Hillary Clinton. But why is it the 21st century? Asia is a big reservoir of global savings. It manufactures just about everything the world consumes, and it also has, between India and Vietnam and Indonesia and Bangladesh, a big reservoir of young people. So again, Asia being the leader of the world in this century is very clear. But it doesn't have to be predestined. It has to be achieved, and the road to achieving that is not that easy. Capital has to be deployed in the right productive place. Human capital has to be educated and skilled, and government has to remain as an enabler of private sector activity, of entrepreneurs, of budding minds and innovation. Only then that clear vision that we all have, that Asia is the leader of the world, Asia is the theme of the 21st century, will become clear, will come to fruition. But just because it's very clear doesn't mean it's going to happen tomorrow or the day after. Doesn't mean it will be achieving that easily. It's a tough, long road, but it can be done because the view is very, very clear.